am I supposed to go? The Villanova game is always a very, very difficult game for us to play. If you look at our record since we've been in the league against Villanova, it looks like we've dominated the series, and anything but dominated the series. Every game has been just like this. It's been a very close game. It comes down to a couple possessions. And that's the kind of game they play. It's the kind of game that we had to make some plays down the stretch, and our players, it's always about the players. They made some plays down the stretch. Katherine's sitting next to me here. She had a big number basketball game, but she made some great plays. But now, Martha, let me complete my thought, Martha. She started the game, the kid she was guarding had she was on a pace to get 90. She had 9 points in the first 3.5 minutes. After a great scout by Bart Brooks, and we understand how that kid's going to play. So Katherine knew coming into this game that Louisville beat these guys without playing their big guy, because if you're not going to be able to guard Sweeney, if you're not going to be able to guard somebody on the floor, it just really becomes difficult to have you out there. So what I'm really impressed about, I know she's got 20 points, I know she's got a slew of rebounds. At the same time, I'm glad that she came back and guarded Sweeney, and Sweeney didn't end up with 90. All right, so she was on a 90-point pace, and I think I haven't looked down there yet, but I think what does she have?
22.
22. So after that start, Katherine, great job. All right. Anna here had a great job bouncing back. This is just really this is the junior class right here, and it's a great junior class. We have a philosophy here about when it's your birthday, you take care of your mother, because your mother did all the work. You don't remember the day you were born, and your mother doesn't forget the day you were born. And Anna's 21 today, so.
Katherine, is there anything you can point to over the last 4 games specifically that you've been doing, maybe that you hadn't been doing earlier in the year?
I think in terms of rebounding, I think I'm just seeing the ball better, and that's something that Coach has been preaching, that rebounding is done with your eyes, and you can't just run to the basket and put your hands up. And that worked for me in high school because I was the biggest kid, but now I'm playing against all-American talent in the Big East, and I'm just trying to see the ball better and locate my man in the ball, and then provide help for the defense when I can. And today it was a little rough on Laura Sweeney because she kind of took it to me at the first part of the game, but just tried to get back and try to keep myself on the floor, and then just do whatever you can for your teammates on offense, and be there to finish shots and make the extra pass when it's there. Be a pressure release when you need to be. Just do whatever we need to do to win, to get to the NCAA tournament and make as far as we can.
Coach said, could both of you talk about your leadership roles, specifically like this time of the year, in a game as important as tonight's was, with the way the standings are?
Yeah, you're asking the players, right?
Correct, yeah.
Because I'd like to hear the answer to that, too.
Oops.
Well, that's a good question.
Well, it's been a different role change than I kind of thought that I would be put in at the beginning of the season, just because of the number of injuries that we've had, and losing 2 seniors, and then Maureen Mulcrona's day-to-day. So, losing basically 3 seniors at the beginning of the season was tough, and I think from that point on we kind of both realized that we needed to step up and just try and lead by example and be vocal leaders as well. And I mean, we lost 2 phenomenal leaders last year, in Sam and Felicia, and those are people that you can't replace. You just have to try and emulate what they did and what they provided for our team, and they carried us through some big games. And so I think just trying to be us, but do what I can do, and Anna do what she can do, but be them as well, and try and kind of replace their leadership roles. And I'm not going to be Felicia Chester, and Anna's not going to be Sam Quigley, but we can be the vocal leaders, we can be the emotional leaders, and we can be encouraging of each other on and off the court. And I think that's just kind of how I've tried to take on that leadership role at this point in the season.
Yeah, I agree with Katherine. I feel like at this point in the season, I think staying positive and encouraging everyone is huge, just because it is a long season, and when this time of year comes, it's hard. And Coach, even before the game, we have to win 6 in a row, or 6, right?
1 in a row.
1 in a row, 6 times, and and that's hard for a freshman. Like right now, it's you have good games, you have bad games. I mean, even this is Jazz's first time playing in the Big East, and I really struggled in the Big East my freshman year. So just really telling Jazz and Brittany and Megan and Kelsey and everybody, like, they're doing a great job, and they just need to keep it up. And we can really make a noise in the tournament if they do.